What happened to those 90s rolling backpacks for kids? Imagine walking through a school hallway in the 1990s and seeing a rainbow of rolling backpacks zipping past you. These colorful, wheeled bags were everywhere back then. They were not just about style but also about making school life easier. As textbooks grew heavier, parents and students looked for smarter ways to carry everything. That's when rolling backpacks, often called wheelie bags, became a big hit. They looked like miniature suitcases with sturdy wheels and a telescoping handle. Kids loved them because they could pull their books instead of lugging them on their backs. Bright colors, bold patterns, and licensed characters from popular cartoons or movies made these backpacks super desirable. Brands like Jansport, High Sierra, and others competed to make the coolest designs. But despite their popularity, they faced some problems. Schools often have stairs, narrow hallways, and crowded spaces where wheeled bags were tricky to maneuver. The wheels could be noisy and sometimes break if kids pulled or pushed too hard. Teachers also found them disruptive in class. Over time, schools started addressing the heavy backpack issue differently. They added lockers, used lighter textbooks, and even moved toward digital learning. These changes made the need for rolling backpacks less urgent. By the early 2000s, they were less common but still had a small following. Many people look back on these backpacks with fond memories. They are seen as a fun part of 1990s school culture. Collectors and vintage fans seek out original models for their nostalgic value. Some companies even reissue classic designs to tap into that retro vibe. Today, you can still find rolling backpacks, but they are mostly used by travelers or adults. In schools, traditional backpacks remains the norm. Still, the legacy of these colorful, wheeled bags lives on in pop culture and in the stories of those who grew up in the 1990s. If you are into school history or vintage school gear, hunting for a vintage rolling backpack can be a fun project. Look for models with intact wheels and handles, as those are often the first parts to wear out. These backpacks were a clever solution to a real problem, a fashion statement, and now a nostalgic reminder of childhood days. Their story shows how school fashion and practicality can change over time, reflecting the bigger shifts in youth culture during that decade.